Welcome to Radio Spiritual Baptist. Deaconess Mother Edith Millington is on the organ. This is your radio shepherd, the Reverend Marlon Jones. You are invited to visit and worship with us at Jerusalem's Apostolic Cathedral, situated at Eden Grove Christ Church, on Sundays 3 p.m., Thursdays 7 p.m. Also Zion's Apostolic Temple, Richmond Gap St. Michael, Wednesday and Friday 7 p.m. and every third Sunday each month at 3 p.m. Sunday school is conducted at each church at 9 a.m. Correspondence can be sent to any of the churches mentioned in this program. For as much as ye are manifestly declared to the epistle of Christ, ministered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not in tables of stone, but in fleshy tables of the heart, who also have made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. I'm reading the word of the Lord as is contained in the book of Numbers, the 27th chapter, reading verses 18 to 23. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of the Urim before the Lord. At his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him and gave him a charge, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Amen. Here in the text, and God has always promised to bless the reading of his holy word. And now a man with the word of the Lord, the man of God, Bishop Granville Williams.
The man Moses was a very outstanding personality. He was beyond men. His eminence was far beyond that of any in his time, and a very few since. Few men could have gone to the eminence as Moses, a man mighty in word and mighty in deed. He took a stand alone, and he proved that there is a God. He proved man's strength can come from the heavens. We had seen suffering to his people in Egypt. We realize there was none to help. Who could raise an army strong enough to fight against the might of Egypt? Who could gain that eminence in sword and battle to fight against the strength of the mighty Pharaohs. It would be impossible for any mortal man to lead an army and be victorious against Egypt. God met Moses. He called him. He called him by his own name. God told him to remove thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Immediately, the man cast his sandals from his feet and prostrated before God. The burning bush was all he saw, but a voice that called his name, Moses, Moses. I am the God of Abraham, I am the God of Isaac, and I am the God of Israel. I have seen the affliction of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries by reason of their taskmasters, and I am come to deliver them. Trembling on his face before God, as all men who must take holy orders, who must receive the charge, must be prostrated on their faces before the altar. Here is the burning bush, a bush burned and yet not consumed. A voice comes from within. Moses turned. Who am I, that I must go down to Pharaoh? Behold, O God, the people will not hear me. The people will say, he have not seen the God of Israel. Moses, what have you got in your hand? He responded, a staff, Lord. Then cast it before you on the ground. And he saw the staff begin to whirl and move as a living serpent. Moses began to retreat from it. But the Lord told him, go forward. Take the serpent by the tail. Obey God. It became a staff in his hand again. This was only to show him that God, who is God, is all-knowing and all mysterious. Moses, having a charge from God, he is going down. He is told that his brother Aaron is on the way inquiring to meet him. Moses, on his journey, he is told that his own brother Aaron will be his mouthpiece and puppet. Moses is told of the great task that is before him. It will not be easy. It will not be too quickly achieved. Pharaoh's heart will not be soft. This political tyrant will not yield too easily, but I have given thee the power and the authority. Moses goes down into Egypt. He canvassed to his brethren, telling them of his wonderful commission. The elders gathered around him. 70 of them decided to follow him and stand in the presence of Pharaoh. But day after day, as Pharaoh received the words from them, he was so hard that he thought it would be the best to increase their labors and command them now to even make bricks without straw, commanding the very tally of bricks each day, commanding that they will have to do it. And here Moses finds himself with many of his brethren retreating from the wonderful task God gave him. They could not stand. And as they all started to retreat, Moses continued a very few with himself until at last it was only Aaron and himself. We notice here miracle after miracle did not soften the heart of Pharaoh, but made him more enraged. He became more hardened against the departure of the Israelites from Egypt. Time and time again, every time there appeared, the burdens were made harder. The Israelites' brethren began to lose faith in Moses. We learned many lessons from this. Children, the bud do have a bitter taste, but sweet shall be the flower. It all continued until the last plague, when Moses told them tonight, there will be a cry in Egypt. The cry will be heard so far, the firstborn of man and beast will die in Egypt. No Egyptian can believe this. They cannot believe Moses this time. How can the firstborn of man and beast die tonight at midnight? But oh, he canvassed telling them he has got a remedy for the Israelites. I want you to kill a lamb, place the blood in a basin, sprinkle the blood with the bush of the hyssop on the sides and the post of the doors and on the lintel thereof. Tonight when the death angel pass, wherever he see the blood, he will pass over that house and he will spare the firstborns. Every Israelite did not obey Moses. He told them also to take the lamb and to roast it with fire. He told them they must eat the meat with bitter herbs. He told them tonight, do not sleep. Put on all your raiment upon you and sandals on your feet. He told them, eat this Passover standing on your feet with all of your luggage packed upon your backs. This is called the ceremony of departure. Oh, time was approaching. Oh, in 12 o'clock, midnight, there was a weeping and a wailing in Egypt. There were cries heard near and far. Everyone was crying for their sons and their daughters, not only in humankind, but in beast and cattle, and whatsoever they possess. But not one soul in the land of Goshen, not one soul among the Israelites suffered any death. Pharaoh realized he was not fighting with a mortal man, But there were powers beyond this man. He thought he knew. Had Moses come with an army, Pharaoh could defeat him. If an army could be seen that could meet in battle, but the army that is fighting Pharaoh, he cannot see it. Moses is the medium of God. He called his servants and told them, tell Moses, take all the people and depart from Egypt. Tell him I give him leave. Do not come back. I do not want to face this situation again. This is something beyond record. Moses went on, and we notice in the course of time, when the people had departed on their journey, we saw that they came to the Red Sea. The Egyptians could not hold out with their promise. They were after Moses and the Israelites. But when Moses lifted up his eyes and he saw Egypt with all of their hosts coming after them, he cried unto the Lord. The Lord asked him, what hast thou in thy hand? He told the Lord a rod, and stretched it over the waters. And as he stretched it over the sea, the waters parted in two. Moses told them to go on, and the people passed over dry shod. Oh, what a beautiful occasion it must have been. Men cannot believe God. Even today, men cannot trust God. Men do not know his power. They must see their God. The faith they have, they must see it. They must be able to sell it sometimes and buy it, put it down when they wish. But here, faith is a substance not seen. Moses saw the Egyptians still coming. He stretched his rod again, and the waters covered the host of Egypt. You would mutter and wonder what has happened in Egypt with those who remain when they got the news. But oh, it was going on for Israel. It was no easy task. Men and brethren, sometimes in our small trials and tribulation we cry out, we give up. But oh, 40 years long in the wilderness, 40 years long, these people were out there like wanderers. They had nothing to lead them but God. There was nobody with a map. Nobody knew where they were going. They had no chart and compass. But I can assure you they had God. And it is true that as they journeyed to Sinai, there they received the commands from God. There Moses alone went into the mountain of fire. There Moses alone, he went into the mountain of smoke. Oh, the thunders pealing and the earth quaking, the rocks rending from place to place. He spent 7 weeks inside of that mountain. Mankind could not believe a mortal man could live there. But oh, he had a faithful servant, a faithful ambassador, a faithful friend called Joshua. With all that happened, Joshua was there waiting from the time Moses left until when he returned, praying and hoping that his leader would return safe. This time Israel had gone wrong. They were worshiping an idol. They had looked back into Egypt. They were doing the things that the Egyptians taught them to do. They were not following Moses at this time. They had lost confidence. They thought he was dead. But oh, after 40 days he appeared again, and the light that shone from him was too much for mortal man to see. Joshua took a veil and placed over his face. When Moses came down and he saw that all of the people of Israel were worshiping a calf, he was so very worried. He was troubled, and vexation came upon him that he took the 2 tables of stone and he broke the calf in pieces. He threw it into the waters, and he told Israel to drink their own confusion. He took a sword and he called all who is on the Lord's side, follow me. God was so pleased with him that he told him, all right, you have appeased my anger. Return to the mountain, and I will give you tablets to give unto them the commandments that must guide them aright. This happened. There was still a journey. They were still on their journey to where? They knew they were going to Canaan, a land they had heard of, a land that is called the land of honey and milk. Everything grows in Canaan. It's a beautiful country, rivers flowing, endless springs, a very fruitful land. That's the land God promised unto Abraham's children. This is the land they are going to possess. Moses sent out spies to spy out this land. Go and see what the land has to offer. 12 men returned with all manner of fruit, such luscious fruits. The provision of the country was beyond that they had ever seen. Moses was so happy when he saw it. But oh, they had sad news. Moses asked about the welfare of the people over there. They were disheartened when they were told there are giants in the land. Do not dare go over there to fight with them. These people were fed from the morning of the days. They know the art of war. We are not warriors. We have only eaten manna these long years. The people's heart began to faint. But then came Joshua. Then also came Caleb. These strengthened Israel and told them the men are big like giants, but we can overcome them. People began to gather strength and courage. They are now gathering strength again, and this time Moses told them they would have to be ready because they are supposed to go over into the good land. But as time rolled on, he was supposed to lay the mantle upon Joshua. The Lord called upon him and told him to fill your hands with holy oil and anoint Joshua the son of Nun. Bring him to the door of the tabernacle and perform the rites upon him. Let your spirit come upon him. He will be a man just like you before me. I will tell him when to go out, and I will tell him when to come in. I will be with him. And Moses filled his hands with holy oil. He did anoint Joshua. The Lord told Moses, arise, come up to Mount Nebo. And as he went up, he traveled 120 years old. His eyes is not dim. His natural force is not abated. He looked back at the people he led 40 years, the people he knew, the people he loved. He blessed them. Then a cloud surrounded Mount Nebo. God saluted this son. God saluted Moses. It thundered. Lightning forked about the mountain. The rocks were rending again. And all of a sudden the cloud disappeared and there was no Moses. Some thought heaven opened her arms and received him. Some thought that the earth opened her empty maw and received him. Some thought that the task was too great for him, so he went down the other side of the mountain and ran away from the troubles. But Moses, he died, and he was buried in the land of Moab, but his sepulchre no man knoweth unto this day. Yes, we who have a charge must remember the Spirit of God comes upon us, and we are supposed to obey the voice from heaven. Have you received any holy orders? And will you go before the host of God, come what may? Will you answer, now, here am I, send me, send me. Father, on bended knees we look up to thee. We thank thee for another blessed occasion to invoke your presence. We need thee, O God, in these disappointing hours when troubles surround us. O God, as ever before, speak the word in heaven, thy dwelling place, and bring peace to troubled minds and hearts upon this earth. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. If you can cross the ocean and the river flow, you can find the king of Pharaoh. You can welcome to visit our spiritual Baptist churches, Jerusalem Apostolic, Spiritual Baptist Cathedral, Ealing Grove Christ Church, and Zion's Apostolic Temple, Richmond's Gap, St. Michael,